Go live, go live. Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday. My name is Jennifer Waters, and it is Wednesday morning, and we are live. I hope everybody's doing well today. Before I dive into today's subject, which is about integrative fertility and natural ways to balance your hormones, I would just like to go over some instructions. I have been sending out samples to folks of patches, okay? And I get a lot of inquiries about how to use them. So now we're going to go over this really quickly. So it's very complicated, okay? So I want you to really pay attention, all right? This is really complex here. You're going to take this envelope, okay? You're going to turn it around and you're going to open it, all right? That's step one. You're going to open it. Step two is you're going to take this patch out of the envelope. Okay, you got it? Step two. Step three, are you ready for this? You're going to take off the thing on the back. It's like a little, like a Band-Aid. Okay, so you're going to take this off. And then are you ready for this part? Step four, you're going to put it on. Now, I know a lot of people get stuck on this step four because they're not sure where to put it. Okay, don't overthink this. Any of the patches can go on the midline of the body. So that means you could put it here on your thyroid area if you want people to see it. You could go down lower if you want to like activate your heart chakra. You can go here. You can go lower over your stomach. I know these are a lot of difficult choices, okay? You can also put it below your belly button. So for right now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it right here. Okay, that's it. Done. That's it. You have achieved the almost impossible. You have taken a patch and you have put it on. All right, now we are utilizing the energy, the heat of your body to activate the structures that are on this patch. Okay, now this patch in particular, this is called the Y-Age carnosine. It's part of the Y-Age trio. Why are we aging? Well, a lot of times we age because we believe that we're going to, right? So aging, health, disease, everything begins in the mind, as we know. Thank you to Dr. Kiltz, who is always talking about the importance of our mind, training our mind to be neutral or above, and how do we change our habits of thinking, our habits of negativity to be neutral or above, right? That's the question. How are you going to change that? So that was a little bit of a tangent. What does this have to do with integrative fertility? Everything, because we know that our nervous system is responding to our emotions. And this, again, it all comes back to what's going on in your mind every day. So generally, I speak with older women looking to conceive naturally, looking for ways to enhance their fertility naturally. But I would just like to take a minute to reach out to all the younger women. I recently had the opportunity to do a telehealth with a woman, a 20-year-old woman. And it was really wonderful. It was very energizing to think that we can prevent a lot of fertility challenges by starting younger, by starting to think about the symptoms that you're having from early onset. So I ask everybody who comes to the clinic, what have you been diagnosed with? Most of the women that have unexplained infertility were on some form of hormonal birth control for an extended period of time. So, of course, you're told that there are no side effects, it's completely safe, and this and that. And we know that that's not true. Some women don't have issues, they're completely asymptomatic, but others really have challenges. And I believe the hormones get stuck in your liver. You have to purify your liver to get these hormonal signals out. The ovarian tissue is also very sensitive, and it directly impacts the thyroid. So if you've been on hormonal birth control, we need to do some detox of the glands, okay? So what are the options then for younger women? First of all, I always ask women, well, why were you put on the birth control pill, hormonal birth control? It's usually acne or irregular periods, painful periods, amenorrhea, a lack of a period, or dysmenorrhea, painful periods. So guess what? Here's the good news. All of that is easily, I don't want to oversimplify things, but it's easy to influence this. Irregular periods, let's get your ovaries functioning better. If we just do that, most likely your periods are going to regulate. If you're interested in functional herbal therapy approach for that, chase tree berry. Bam. Start going on this. 3 months later, most likely for healthy young women, your periods are going to be regulated. It is that easy, okay? Acne, teenage acne. Again, this is a symptom of something else. I always tell the young women that I know, I'd rather have it coming out of your skin so we see what's going on internally versus now you're developing fibroids, ovarian cysts, problems beneath the surface that we don't see what's going on. So the skin is our largest organ. We detox through our skin. When you're having acne, it will show us what's going on. It's usually some kind of the strep bacteria. So let's get rid of it. Let's fix your gut, heal your gut lining, clean up your terrain, get healthier. Your skin will heal. Your skin will clear up. If you're going on hormone or birth control for that, what happens is, okay, so let's say you're 18 and now you're 27 and you're married and you're like, okay, let's have a baby. Now we're going to go off the pill. What you find is, wow, your symptoms were completely covered up, right? So you go right back to where you were when you went on the pill, but now it's worse because everything's been suppressed. So it's going to take a little time and effort to bring things back to balance. So again, what are the solutions? And here's the other thing. Everybody's concerned about HPV, STDs. So hormonal birth control, if you're using it for birth control, which very few people do, then this does not protect women from STDs and HPV. So we have to come up with some better solutions here. It's not easy, but I would really like to brainstorm with some younger women that are more in touch with this population to see what we can do to help prevent the real problems and to regain our health and our balance so we can possibly prevent a lot of infertility challenges later on. So it's very exciting. I love working with teenagers. We can do the Arvigo self-care therapy to teach you how to connect with your organs, what's going on inside, to teach you massage that you can do every day that's going to help your digestion, your elimination. It increases blood flow, and that's how we decrease inflammation, is by increasing circulation. It's a wonderful way to connect, to kind of it's like oh gosh, what's the way to know where your organs are located. A lot of women come to me and they say, oh, my stomach hurts, but actually they're holding on to their small intestine. So to kind of connect with the location of your organs. So, here's your stomach, here's your small intestine, here's the appendix. We can kind of go through this, the basics. You don't have to memorize a lot of Western medical anatomical names. Let's not do that. Let's make it simple, easy way for you to connect with your body so that you can start taking charge of your health. It is, I'm going to admit something to you, which is that it's my secret desire that everybody become their own doctors. And I know it's a lofty goal, but we were born as humans. People, I get into this debate a lot with folks, and I say, well, you can't expect everybody to be like their own car mechanic. No, I can't. But you weren't born as a car. You were born as a person. You inhabit this body. So let's get to know it, right? It is your vehicle for this lifetime. Tune in as much as you can. Learn to trust your own intuition. People are constantly putting their, and this is all ages, all levels of wisdom and intelligence. I ask them, what do you think is going on with you? They always externalize it. And they say, well, my doctor said this, Google said that. No, 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 no. That's not what I asked. I asked, what do you think is going on with you? You know yourself better than anybody else, right? You have to take charge of your health. You have to make the tough decisions. Are you going to externalize your health care and put it out there so that somebody else is telling you what to do, when to do it, why to do it? Or are you going to take that, a lot of information, we are inundated with information, right? You have to sift through a lot of stuff now, but let it settle into your being and decide what resonates with you. Does this make sense? Is this logical? Somebody's saying it's safe to do this long term. Does that really make sense? I mean, probably not. So we want to resume your connection to yourself, your spirit, your divine inner wisdom, your intuition. So, all right. So we just have a couple more minutes. So hormone balance. This is what I'm finding in the clinic and in the grocery store aisle. So we have more information available to us now about true causes of endocrine disruptors, right? Whether it's glyphosate, other chemicals, plastic, pesticides, herbicides, all of this stuff is affecting us and affecting our hormone balance. Remember, our endocrine system, first of all, a lot of it's very superficial, like the thyroid here. It's very much on the surface. So if I'm slathering lotion here or something that's loaded with chemicals, guess what? It is being directly absorbed by my gland, right? We know that what we put on our skin is going directly into our blood. And so you really need to be careful what you're using. What I'm finding in the clinic is that people are wearing lots of perfume. They're using chemicals. Unfortunately, or fortunately, I've become ultra sensitive to all of this. And it's a result of a lot of purification practices through the decades. And it's not what I wanted, how I wanted to end up in life, is that I can barely walk down the grocery store aisle where they're selling all of these scented everything. Then I end up with a headache. But here we are, I've arrived here. So I have to share with you that most of you are using products that are cancer causing, disease causing. They are driving inflammation. They are influencing your fertility outcomes. They are. So please choose wisely. It doesn't have to be expensive. It can be simple. I mean, of course we need to use bleach. If you're trying to get rid of mold and fungus, use some bleach. This is when you do want to wear a mask to protect yourself from inhaling that. We can get a lot done with baking soda, with vinegar, all of these things. And in terms of products, now we have a lot of good companies out there. I was recently sold, and I love sales. I love good branding. I love marketing. I love when small companies really come after me and say, you're my target market and I want you to buy my product. And I always do. I buy everything. And happily, this is what I like to do, is support the companies that are invested in the things that matter to me, which is ethical practices, clean supply chain, high quality ingredients. Am I willing to pay a little more for that? Oh yeah, definitely. So Jones Road Beauty, check them out. Jones Road Beauty. They're awesome. Their skincare stuff, it's just amazing. I love them. I think they're in New Jersey. And they really took care of me. I had to return something and they went way out of their way to make sure that I was happy. So this is why I'm talking about them. So find the companies that are using clean ingredients. It doesn't have to say organic, but it could say sustainable. We have to be careful of that word natural because it's lost any real meaning. What is natural? Aluminum, tin foil is natural. It doesn't mean you want to ingest it, right? So be careful. Natural doesn't really mean much anymore. So, Chinese medicine, we don't isolate the endocrine system in Chinese medicine. It's always connected to the organ meridian channel theory system. So for many, many years, I thought, oh, if your ovaries are off, we have to look to the liver. If your thyroid is imbalanced, we have to look to the kidneys. And that is true. Although now that I've spent many more years really trying to understand the hormonal feedback loop, we actually can isolate the glands a bit, whether you're doing functional herbal therapy and you need to support your specific glands, or we're using LED light therapy, or we're using patching, or whatever it is. There's so many wonderful solutions for you to regain your hormonal balance. But the takeaway here, what I want you to think about is if you are having hot flash and night sweats, this at any age, right? It doesn't mean that you're in menopause. It doesn't mean perimenopause. It means that your liver is burdened. It means that your liver, think about your car being stuck in the mud or the snow. What happens when your tires start going because they're stuck? Heat is created. Is that truly heat? Is it because the car is hot? No, it's because the wheels are stuck and it's causing friction, which is creating heat. Okay, so that's what's happening. Your liver gets congested with toxins, it's burdened, and it's also emotional. Remember, we have to free ourselves emotionally. The true spiritual practice is getting unburdened emotionally, examining your triggers, noticing why you're reacting, what you're reacting to, and get cut to the root of that so you can be free emotionally, so you can be happy, so you can start caring about the people in front of you, the people next to you. That is what I call true spiritual practice. Being connected to yourself, connected to each other, connected to the cashiers and the so-called strangers that are next to you, actually caring about them. That's another tangent, but I forgot what I was talking about now. Liver and hormones and what we can do to keep our liver unburdened. Yeah, a lot. One of my favorite subjects really is emotional freedom and spiritual practice. And for a long time, I really thought that the emotional world was kind of separate from our so-called spiritual world. And now, 30 years later, I see it's not. It is the most important thing we can do if you want to come to a place of joy in your life, which would be the side effect of spiritual enlightenment or whatever you want to call it. Then really work on your frustration and oh yeah, that was it. So it was working on the emotional aspects of the liver. If you're having hot flashes and night sweats, you have to unburden your liver, and that's emotional and that's physical. And there's so many non-supplement, non-dietary nutritional things that we can do to support our liver. I love castor oil packs externally. Just doing the self-care massage, getting out into nature, listening to really good music, freeing yourself from all of that. Okay. We always look to the quick fix of what can I take? What can I do? What kind of intervention can I adopt to fix myself? And try to not think so much like that. Think about it as it's an inside job. Your mind is very powerful. It is able to become more powerful every single day, and that is the main thing that's influencing your organs and how things are going for you. All right, so I've rambled on long enough. Thank you for your interest in health, in dis-ease prevention, and for making the world a better place, one thought at a time. reach out to me. I'm going to put my email address here. I finished my detox series. If you sign up for my little newsletter thing on my website, you're going to get some emails with me with hopefully high quality content that has been curated for your benefit. That is my wish for you, is that I'm able to share information with you that is not found in other places by Instagram. And I keep working on that, and it's a good challenge for me. I love curated content. We're all dealing with AI now, right? It's a little bit weird, but what isn't weird these days? But anyways, we can use what's available and customize it so that it's good and that it really is going to help you. Okay. Have a good day. Bye.